Good morning, my friends. How are you on this lovely Sunday morning? Obviously, by the video and my appearance, it is very early and my family is still sleeping. So I'll be talking low. Today's video is going to be centered on why, why it always feels when we're feeling like garbage that our manifestation isn't working. Why it always feels like we are in a period of fighting against our mind and how to fix it. If you would like to work with me in any way, shape, or form, or join one of my 3 channel memberships, all of that information is in the Dropbox below. All right. Now, if you are new to manifestation, well, first of all, how you doing? I'm Kimberly, and I don't always look like this, but I am always as sassy. And if you're obsessed with knowing everything there is to know about manifestation and how to get your manifestations quickly, just like I prefer them, and if you're like me and you like to get what you want, then I would highly encourage you to subscribe and come back and see me, please. And let me know in the comments below that you just subscribed because YouTube doesn't always tell me who does. But if you're new to my channel or you're new to manifestation, I highly suggest to go and read as much as you can by Neville Goddard, not necessarily getting them off of YouTube because you can hear Neville's original lectures. However, there are now AI videos that are not Neville's true lectures. So there are websites that provide all the originals for free. I suggest listening to those. No offense to the AI ones. I don't mean anything by it, but they're not Neville's words. And there is something soothing about Neville's true voice. Now, I'm referring to this because Neville consistently brings up the fact that the Bible is filled with the secret formula on how to get what you want. All over, even the name of the Lord, Jehovah, is the secret example or the secret equation on how to get our desires. Also, with that, God's word tells us, if you don't believe in God, insert the word you do, tells us what God promises us and what we will have knowledge of in that manifestation equation. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereunto I sent it. God speaks to you through the medium of your basic desires. Your basic desires are words of promise or prophecies that contain within themselves the plan and the power of the expression. Yes, what you desire, what you're currently manifesting. And it doesn't matter what it is. If you're manifesting a love relationship, if you're manifesting a specific person for a love relationship, if you're manifesting being a multimillionaire, if you're manifesting a new career, grades in school, change of appearance, weight loss, anything you can think of, manifesting health. Every single desire is considered your basic desire. Not like basic bitch, but basic desire. By basic desire is meant your real objective. Secondary desires deal with the manner of realization by how it gets here, the unfolding. That's your secondary desire. God, your I am, speaks to you the conditioned conscious state through your basic desires. So, in other words, first of all, when you're questioning whether you're ever going to get what you want, whether that manifestation has come, you're questioning the universe. You're questioning God. You're doubting your true I amness. If you are new to manifestation, your I amness is your conscious awareness. It's who you truly are before being who this is. So in other words, my true self is the I am, God, universe, higher power, source energy, moonbeams. From there, I am aware of being Kimberly. And then from there, which version of Kimberly? So your true self is the I am, is unconditioned consciousness, is unconditional love. So the things you're desiring to manifest, that is the God, the universe speaking to you, putting that desire on your heart. So there's nothing to doubt. There's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to question. You desire things for a reason. So number one, we never need to question anything. We can trust that if the desire is within us, if we have that heart's desire, it's already blessed upon you, but that's a different video. Secondary desires or ways of expression are the secrets of your I am, the all-wise Father. Your Father, I am, reveals the first and the last. I am the beginning and the end, but never does he reveal the middle or secret of his ways. That is, the first is revealed as the word, your basic desire. The last is its fulfillment, the word made flesh. The second or middle, the plan of unfoldment, is never revealed to man, but remains forever the Father's secret. So let's Kim that down. Your basic desire is God's promise as I am the beginning. I am the beginning is the desire you have in of itself, right? Let's remind, this is the promise of God. This is the promise of the universe. It is the law of God. It is the law of the universe. It is a guarantee, in other words. I am the beginning and the end. The beginning is, we're going to use the example of manifesting a specific person, manifesting love. The desire to be in a relationship with whoever is the beginning. It is the desire itself. And the end. It's fulfillment. You getting it. You manifesting it. It's showing up in your 3D. You getting what you want is the end. These two things are the promise of God. I am the beginning and I am the end. Also, if you hear any snoring, it is my dog. She's right next to me and she's totally bored to tears with this subject matter. Just saying. Now, where we get tripped up, if we're being authentic to ourselves, if we're telling the truth, the only time we ever feel bad about what we're manifesting, it is, as I normally would say in my videos, it's when you're thinking logically or when you are judging your 3D reality. When you are looking out at 3D and you are making the decision, and it is a decision, you are making the decision, nothing is happening. I'm afraid this will never come, whatever you're manifesting. I'm afraid that my manifestation is never going to happen. I'm afraid I can't get what I want. I'm afraid this doesn't work. How stupid am I to have ever believed that I could manifest this? How foolish am I to think that I can wave my magical wand and just get what I want reality? How foolish am I? When we feel like that, it is only because we're listening to the fears in our mind or we are judging 3D reality. And again, if you're new, when I say judging reality, I mean you are in that very moment looking out at your life as it is or as it appears in the very moment. So if you're manifesting a specific person, when you look out at reality at that moment and say, specific person isn't here yet. Specific person doesn't want to be in a relationship with me. I'm afraid this is never going to happen. I'm alone still, or you're still single. You don't have what you want. It looks bleak. It looks like it's never going to happen. I can't live my life without my specific person. I can't be happy without my specific person. You're making a judgment in that moment, and you're making the judgment based off of the one thing that is never told to us as also the law of the universe, the law of God, the promise of God, the promise of the universe, the one thing that is never going to be revealed to us, that one thing, which is the middle. I am the beginning and I am the end, but never does he reveal the middle or secret of his ways, that is. The first is revealed as the word, your basic desire. The last is its fulfillment. The last is you getting what you want. The word made flesh. In other words, what you've been affirming, what you've been scripting, what you've been visualizing, what you've been embodying, what you've been deciding for yourself is the word. And you seeing it in the physical or you experiencing it in the physical, that's the end. That's the last. That's the fulfillment. We are promised the beginning and the end. We are not promised the middle. We are not guaranteed the middle. And all I mean by that is you are not going to figure out how it unfolds. And that's the one thing we beat ourselves up over. It's the one thing we keep our eyes on. We decide it's not working. We give in to the fear or the doubts and believe that more. And for some of us, our conditioning has been to believe in the bad things first, to believe the negative first, because we've had experiences where we've been let down and hurt. But this is where we get to change our lives. This is the do-over. This is the promise of God or the universe. I am the beginning and the ending and the last. I am the beginning and the end. Never, never is the middle promised. In other words, Neville himself has said on countless occasions, deny your senses. Turn away from your previous condition or your previous state of consciousness, the old you. And do your best to keep your eye on the wish fulfilled, the version of yourself that you want to be, the version of you that has the desire. We feel bad when our eyes are transfixed on the 3D, what it looks like from moment to moment. We judge it. We make assumptions that things aren't working or not changing. We then look at linear time and decide it's been this long, so it's probably never going to happen. Or I don't want to wait any more linear time. If this takes another month, then I'm giving up. No one promised you the middle. No one ever said, this is how it's going to unfold. So if you don't see any of these experiences in your 3D right now, then it's probably not really unfolding for you. No one has ever told us that. Just because you have taken time to think about the easiest way that you, from your limited view, think it would be so much easier if it would just unfold like this. So therefore, when I don't see anything in my reality that looks like the unfolding that I've pre-thought about and decided must be the unfolding, if reality doesn't have any of those things happening, then I don't think this is working. So therefore, I can't feel safe and secure that my manifestation is going to happen. Who asked you to do that? That has never been told to us. We're all guilty of it, including myself. We're all guilty of it. We are promised the beginning and the end. We are not promised anything in the middle. So therefore, we should be viewing our reality and all the circumstances and experiences or the lack thereof, we should be looking at that as it is me living the unfolding of my desire. Because the beginning, the desire itself, and the end, the fulfillment of it, is what's promised to me. So therefore, all of this must be connected to me getting it. And I shared recently in one of the channel memberships that, Bob Proctor was talking about, successful people who have been very successful in their life, and how they're successful because they don't look out at their world and decide that every time something shitty happens, that their dream, their desire, their goal has failed. Instead, they just keep pushing forward. They focus on their ending, the wish fulfilled. They know that they are always making moves from the unknown. By making moves, they're keeping their eye on the prize of being and the wish fulfilled. So they never have true confirmation that what they're experiencing out in reality, that they never have that guarantee that it's actually leading them to the desire, but they just won't focus on that fear. They don't focus on that doubt. They keep pressing forward. They keep standing in their decision that they will have what is on their heart. And they don't see how all the circumstances and experiences connected until the desire is here. Then they look backwards, right? With that 2020 vision, looking backward, right? Hindsight, 2020. Then they see how things connected to lead them to where they currently are. That's what we need to remember. That reality might make no sense on why it looks the way it looks right now in this moment. But you have been promised. It is the law. You have been promised that God is the beginning and God is the end. Your desire is, if it's on your heart, if it's something you want, it is a promise to you. Its fulfillment is a promise. But how it gets to you is not. You're never going to be told ahead of time. Right? You're not going to get a secret text message saying, hey, be watching out for this circumstance and this circumstance, because that means it's coming to you, girl. That means it's coming. No, everything you're experiencing must mean it's coming. Everything is. And you got to look at it that way. It'll be a hell of a lot more peaceful to view your reality as always leading you to your outcome, because it is. If you're focused on being a version of yourself that has the desire, if you are reaching for the wish fulfilled and you are reaching for it every single day until that state of consciousness feels normal and natural to you, then your desire is promised. It will be fulfilled. But when you're feeling bad, ask yourself honestly, why are you really feeling bad? What's the truth? And I bet you money it's because you're either listening to fear and doubt, or you're looking out at reality and you are logically deciding it's not working. It's been too long. I'm afraid it's never going to happen. It is because you're judging your 3D reality and making the assumption that this doesn't work. And it always fucking works. So on that note, I will see you tomorrow.